Since the dawn of civilization, we've been, contemplating, thinking, analyzing how exactly we should handle the prison system. Should we do it like this?
Tommy, it's almost 6 now.
Ain't that swell?
Should we do it like that? Should we do it like this?
Hey man, it's gay history! Was the Dementors. They were flying all over the place and they were scary, and then they'd come down and they'd suck the soul out of your body.
Should we have, maybe a better system to get these inmates back into society? And that is exactly what this Arkansas prison attempts to do through this reality TV series, documentary style show on Netflix called Unlocked: A Prison Experiment, dude. And this show is just absolutely electric, man.
No locks and no officers.
And let y'all be a community.
But there's one character, one cast member I'd like to spend a little bit more time talking about today, and that is Miller, dude.
My name is David Miller.
I absolutely it's kind of like a love-hate relationship with Miller, honestly. He's such a menace, honestly, dude. He's such a menace. So everybody else in the show, up until introducing Miller, they have a pretty long rap sheet. They're in for a variety of stuff. Battery, assault, theft, just kind of like your usual criminal stuff. A lot of these guys, too, have been in and out of jail for 30 years, 20 years. Like they're kind of repeat offenders, and it's indicative that the prison system is messed up because we're not reforming a lot of these people. Like they're going in, serving their time, going out, and then committing a lot of the same crimes. But Miller, on the other hand, is kind of an exception. Okay, from the moment they introduce him, he's doing stuff like this to everybody. Okay, he's just poking them, cheating at games all the time, just messing with people. Dude has no social awareness.
We're still watching and hoping for the best, but realize that we could have some problems.
Some of the other inmates try to intervene, try to talk to him, because they know if he provokes somebody into doing something violent, this whole prison experiment gets shut down, all right? It's put a kibosh on it.
There are still rules in here.
Yes, sir.
There's still a jail.
Yes, sir.
It's all gonna depend on how y'all operate and work together. And if y'all prove to me that it can't be done in 30 minutes, we done.
And they don't want that to happen, and they see Miller as a huge threat, right? So they're like, Miller, chill out, dude. Don't keep doing this. I see the pattern of behavior that you're on. You're not listening. You're just aggravating people. There's something about you. I don't know what it is, but there's something about you that is driving people absolutely crazy.
Before I came here, working full time, actually as a night shift manager at Wingstop.
The old guy, he gets on my fucking eye. Oh, what's his name? The guy that looks like a Miller? Miller? Oh my God.
He's like a fucking alien from a different planet.
It's so hard not to make fun of that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's really hard. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm kind of immature a little bit. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. Forgive me for that, but this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I want to make fun of him all the time.
Just don't say nothing, bro. Don't say nothing.
He puts a target on himself.
Oh yeah, he deserved to get his ass beat.
You know what I mean? I was gonna beat his ass.
And Miller's just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like they're doing the same thing. Like I'm doing the same thing as everybody else.
This place has a lot of nonsense that goes on. I'm not really supposed to be here, but honestly, for me, it doesn't really bother me.
I know how to make the football, though. I bet you do. Socks and toilet paper. I came up with it up here. Guess what? Ain't shit wrapped around the roll of toilet paper. 2 of them. Make football. Makes sense. Yo. Shit.
And this guy Miller, man, he's such an enigma because he's not this like repeat offender. All right, he hasn't been in jail for a long time. He's been in jail for a month.
I have a culinary degree and a business management degree. My charge is to mess with everyone. In my life, I've never spent time in jail like this. Never done anything to be in jail like this.
So what they do is they creep into his cell in the middle of the night, because I remind you, the doors do not lock. Like, anybody can go into anybody's cell at any given moment. They do not lock. And they throw water on this guy, Miller, okay? So Miller, freaks out, dude. He's getting up. He's like, my bed's all wet, all this stuff.
Dude, you're supposed to put their hand in warm water and it makes them pee. Oh, really? Oh, well.
Miller he gets a little angry, dude. He doesn't feel as safe anymore. So he paces around in the yard, dude. He spends some alone time. And what he decides to do is make a shank. I'm not kidding. He starts making a shank, and he knows that cameras are everywhere. And he's like sitting in the cafeteria showing off his shank to the other inmates. I feel like I've highlighted a lot of very negative things about this experiment, but I am pro, dude, because what it does essentially is it gives everybody in the community a sense of community, a little bit more responsibility, a little bit more opportunity for relationship, choosing relationship. Solitude does not help reform these criminals. Real relationship and structure does, right?
That's it. Here we go again.
Here we go.
I'm not the only one that's having a problem with this.
With Miller.
You call him a kid, a grown man. I don't want to listen to no bullshit every day.
Uh-oh.
A lot of folks are narrating today. Because you just don't know how to Chapter 3.
He said you nerve-wrecking to them.
Number 6.
That's so funny to me.
I was really excited to see what this show had to offer, and it did not disappoint, dude. Apparently, it got into a little bit of a heated scandal with ABC News saying that they are under investigation because a lot of the camera crews were complicit in a lot of their drug use, knew about a lot of the stuff that was going on. I mean, this is one of the most personal jail documentaries I think I've ever seen. I mean, it says a lot about how male relationships function in close proximity, especially when a lot of them are hyper-aggressive, violent offenders. Can peace be established in these communities? And the answer is yes, right? We can't expect to force them to lock down for days at a time. They were doing 23 and once. 23 hours in the solitude of their cells, and then 1 hour outside of their cells to eat on a daily basis. Every time something violent happened. And I mean, that's ridiculous, dude. And you can't expect people to come out of that less aggressive, right? They need to release that energy. They need exercise. They need some camaraderie. They need some brotherhood. And hopefully it gives way to some more of the same positive change that we've seen in this documentary.
Right.
Everybody
Dementors
needs
like in Harry Potter?
No, not Harry Potter.
somewhere to go.
There are no
Somewhere to
movies
be
in
heard.
prison. This is my point. You